Hi everybody, I'm back again with another video. This is two more of my Avengers. It's Scarlet Witch and the Vision from Age of Ultron. It's just going to be a visual tour of the figure basically, because you've probably all seen the videos before, people doing loads of reviews and things like that. So before we move on to the figures, I'll just go over the accessories that aren't on the figures. So we'll start with Scarlet Witch. The accessories that I haven't put on her at the moment are just hands, basically. They're quite nice, really well detailed. I mean, I love the way that Hot Toys have done the little sort of translucent red bits on the end to represent when she's firing up. And the little bracelets and that around her wrists and the rings, really nice. Bit reminiscent of the Jack Sparrow. Really nice work by Hot Toys on hands. You can't really fault Hot Toys when they do the hands. They do a very good job. Really nice detail. Great paint apps. A lot of other figures in the 1/6 line made by other companies, you see quite a bit of sloppy paint work, especially when it comes to maybe colours on the nails. They tend to sort of splash over it a little bit more, but Hot Toys take a little bit more care. With these hands you can put the fire effect on some of these hands, and there's her other one. So apart from the two hands that are on her at the moment, that's basically all you get, near enough. Apart from this one other part, not sure if this side's so exclusive or not, I don't think so. It's Ultron's heart. Again, nicely detailed, great paint apps on it again, just to recreate the pose where she rips it out of his chest if you wish to do that, and she does have the hand that will hold that. Before we look at the figures, we'll move on to Vision. All he comes with is extra sets of hands. He's got gripping hands for holding Thor's hammer, left and right, you don't want to see them both. It's got an open palm gesturing hand, classic superhero sort of posing hand, really, give that dynamic sort of look. And he got two sort of relaxed hands, as it were. But the paint apps on these are really nice as well, nicely brightly coloured. Again, great job by Hot Toys. So he's got left and right of those. He also comes with Thor's hammer, and this is metal. Oh. The only problem, it's great having metal, but the only problem I find with Thor's hammer, I found it on a Thor figure as well, it's quite heavy. So if you've got it in his hand and he's holding his arm up, after a while it will pull the arm down. But it's a nice accessory to have. And it also comes with a separate type of stand, where he's got the stand that he's on here with just the normal crutch holder, but you can also have the flight pose part, which you can just see the extra set of holes there. You can place this in if you wish to have him in flight mode. With a bigger detolf, that would be ideal, but obviously normal standard size detolfs, unless you take a shelf out, you're better off just keeping them on the normal static stands. So that's it for accessories that aren't on the figures. I'll go over some of the accessories when we look at the figures in a bit more detail. So well, first of all, I think we'll take a look at Scarlet Witch, because she's got a little bit more going on with her, and a little gripe that I've got with her as well. So stay tuned. Okay, here we have Scarlet Witch, one of the Olsen twins who plays her. It's quite a nice head sculpt actually. A lot of people, if you've been following the production of this figure, this head sculpt has changed from the very first pictures that we saw. It's changed for the better. The next version from the new Captain America Civil War film looks even better. in the pictures anyway, but we'll have to see when that actually comes out. But one of the other accessories she comes with are these two necklaces. You have to take the head off to put them on, but they're really nice. She also comes with these like fire bursts that you just slip over the hands. There's little grooves in amongst them, so you can place them virtually anywhere, near enough anywhere you want on the hands, and they will stay there. It's not like the Maleficent figure where you had to sort of take a little piece off of the fire effect and slip a hand in and then put it back on. That tended to break a little bit, so they've just gone for this sort of way of doing it. Before we move on to a better look at the figure, the thing I don't like is the legs. You can see where it's come out of the mould and all that sort of thing. It's got the little cutouts on the legs. I do not like that. Why Hot Toys didn't go for something like the Ada Wong type body for this figure to make it seamless, I don't know. But that is a big flaw. Bit of a put off for me. But, you know, if you've got it in the detail, if you're looking at it head on, you don't really notice it. But I still think that's sloppy work by Hot Toys there. But we'll start at the bottom. This is the stand. It's not the crutch stand for this figure. It's the C-ringed stand for around the waist, which is much better for posing. Really nice detail on the boots as well. Sort of weathered effect. Nice sort of stockings. They do have a few little holes in them, as you can see, which is actually replicated from the film. These are fallen down a little bit, which is what they tend to do, but you can pull them up a bit higher. The skirt is a little bit, I find, a little bit ill-fitting. In the film it did flow a bit, but it a little bit ill-fitting, the skirt on this. I think they could have used a slightly different material, maybe something a little bit heavier, to make it fall down a little bit more so it would look a bit better. But that's just a little gripe. Nice sort of pleather type gauntlets. Pleather type jacket as well with working zip. And it is a slight sort of weathered look to it. It's got slight sort of darker tinges, as you can see down the bottom here. And she does have like a little camisole thing underneath. You can just about pick it out there. So we'll move on to the head sculpt. Move in a bit. Really is nice. You're never going to get 100% accuracy for likeness with these sort of figures. A lot of people moan and moan and moan, but you're never going to get that, so please get over it. Yeah, they are getting better. I mean, that is a pretty good likeness. And again, with the female figures, they've gone with the rooted, real lifelike sort of hair, which can be a little bit of a pain. Sometimes you need to sort of style it. I just leave it straight out of the box. We'll move around to the back so you can have a look. I really do like this figure. I think a lot of people have passed on it. There you can see the darkness there on the jacket. Again, it's showing her elbow joint a little bit, but you can pull that down a little bit more just to cover it. And there's the unsightly legs. That's the only thing that really spoils this figure for me. But all in all, I'm glad I've got her to complete my Avengers lineup. The only one I haven't got at the moment for the Avengers is the new Nick Fury, and that's because he hasn't been released yet. But I'm going to be getting some of the Winter Soldier line. I probably won't go for Captain America. Not sure about the Winter Soldier himself. But I'm definitely going to get the second version of this figure as well. I just love the female figures. I guess they're a bit of a girly at heart, I suppose. But yeah, there's Scarlet Witch in all her glory. So this isn't a review, it's just a few observations of the figure and a bit of a look round them. So I'll put a pause in here. When we come back, we'll have the Vision on the stand. Okay, here we are, Vision. Mark Bettany, I think his name is, if I remember rightly. not too sure about this figure. I do like it. I mean, I wanted to complete my Avengers line, and if you're going to do that, you need to have the Vision. A lot of people have said that the Infinity Stone in his head there should be a bit brighter. I'm quite happy with how it is. I love the paintwork on this figure. It really is nice paintwork. Does it look like the actor? Slightly. It's not 100%. There's the actor in the background. So they've not quite got the likeness right, but it is pretty good. You can see who it is. Clothing, it's very similar clothing to what you get on the Man of Steel figure. Nice tight fitting. Not much more you can really say about that. I would be careful when posing, obviously, with these sort of rubberized sort of suits. Again, if you keep them in extreme poses for too long, there is a chance it could wear around the bends and end up ripping the suit. Great detailing on the boots as well. Again, it's got the Avengers Stand, and this has got the crutch stand, which I'm not too keen on. They're okay for static sort of poses like most people have in their details, but if you're an extreme poser with your figures, then it's not the stand to use. The cape, really nice looking cape. It is wired as well around the outside, so you can pose it to a certain degree. So if you're going to have him in the flight pose, you can have it sort of blowing out behind him or whatever. If you're really artistically good at doing poses, which I am not. But let's just have a close up with the head sculpt. Hopefully it'll stay in focus. Really nice detailing on the paintwork. Really nice, bright, vibrant colour. Be interesting to see, well, if they're going to release another one of these, because obviously he's in Civil War. Will they do another one? I'm not sure. Looking at the pictures, I think he looks exactly the same clothing wise and that, so they probably won't. But you can see all the muscle tone underneath the body there. Really nice. The new Superman that's coming out looks really good as well. I'm debating on whether to get him or not. I said I wasn't going to get anybody from the new Batman vs Superman film, but you might have seen on the forums and on Sideshow's website and Hot Toys that they're releasing a black chrome Batman, armoured Batman. I've actually ordered him. I just think that looks like an absolutely unbelievable looking figure. I prefer the look of that one to the actual film version. So I'm debating on whether to get the Superman or not. If I do, I'll sell my one that I've got. But I'm digressing. We're not looking at those, we're looking at Vision. I like the glare in the eyes as well. It just gives that little bit of life to the figure when they do that. I would love to see Hot Toys do extra head sculpts for all of their figures. So you can have one with just like a normal pose like this, and like Scarlet Witch has got just a standard sort of non-expressionless face, but I'd also like something with a bit of expression in it, so you can swap it out from time to time, which is ideal as well for people who say do a lot of extreme poses with their figures. Just gives a lot more dynamics to the figure, a lot more life in how you pose it, because if you have this figure with these sort of faces in really dynamic poses, it doesn't look right, which is non-expressionless. So Hot Toys, if you're watching my videos, which I doubt very much, give us an extra head sculpt with each figure that you release. I know it pushes the price up a little bit, and the prices are already way too much for what you're getting, but people like me, we're stupid enough to keep buying them, so they're going to keep putting their prices up. But yeah, that's Vision. So this is just a quick visual tour of the figures themselves. So I'll put him back next to Scarlet Witch and give you a close-up look of both of them side by side. Okay, there they are with their boxes in the background. So if you're a big Marvel collector and you've got to go for all the characters from the series of films, these are two must-haves really for the Avengers line. if, like a lot of people, you just want one character to represent a figure from a film, I mean like Scarlet Witch here, I would suggest not getting this one, and wait for the Civil War figure. I mean, you don't have to have it as a Civil War character, you can have it because she is essentially an Avenger. So if you want to have one figure that represents one character, then wait for that one to come out for this one, mainly because of, as I say, the legs. Do not like them. Please, Hot Toys, stop doing it like this. I know it's better for posing, these sort of legs, but I would like to see females that are showing flesh. You've got to have seamless bodies. Vision, yeah, as I say, if you're an avid Marvel collector, he's a must-have figure to complete the line. Figures that are, or characters that are going to start to appear in the Avengers movies. I believe the Guardians of the Galaxy characters will be appearing in an Avengers movie at some point. That's just a, well, it's a rumour at the moment, but I think it will happen. I've only got 2 figures left in my Guardian of the Galaxy line. That's Rocket and Gamora. I've passed on Drax. My Star-Lord has gone, and so has Groot. This is because, well, I don't know why really. I needed a little bit of money to buy a few other figures, and I think that when the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie comes out, I think the figures are going to be upgraded a lot more, going to look so much better. So I'm going to wait to see what they look like and possibly order Star-Lord from the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Now that Drax has been okayed and been released, I'm not too keen on the way it looks. It looks too thin for Drax, so hopefully when the new Guardians film comes out, they'll be able to do another one without any problem and beef him up a little bit more. So what's up next? I've just got a figure. I've just picked it up this morning from the post office. It's the Lady Death by Fyson. Seem to be getting a few Fyson figures just lately. So I might do a video on her next. There are a couple of other figures that I've got that I haven't done videos on. As I said in my previous video, I am selling off quite a few. I think it's about 15 or so that I'm getting rid of. They're all going on eBay. But yeah, that's maybe topic of conversation for another video. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped you out if you're on the fence whether you wanted to buy these figures or not. I know it's not a review video, but they do look good with the other Avengers. I am hoping to, when I get some room, go away from getting Detolfs and get a big glass cabinet, so that I can do a huge display of the Avengers with some pictures in the background and all that sort of thing. But at the moment, that's probably a couple of years away before I can actually do that. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, slag me off, like, whatever you like to do. I know there's always somebody who dislikes every video I put up. I find that a bit strange because he's obviously subscribed to me, so he obviously watches, or he or she watches all my videos, and they just subscribe to me just purely just to put a dislike. If that's how you like to spend your time, day after day, disliking everybody's videos, then, you know, power to you. But all those people who generally do like the videos that us guys here and girls in the 1/6 scale community put out, I'm going to mention a few people. Xenomorph is really good. His camera is absolutely superb at pricking out details. Obviously, the Clipper King, another fellow Brit, and you've got, for females, I think Dark Angel. She does some really good videos as well, so check her out. She's got a nice little collection growing. Couple of other people I'm trying to think of. Obviously everybody watches Sean Long. and you've got the Ultimate Collectors channel as well, just to name a few, and as well as obviously oh, what's the guy's name in Hong Kong? I can't think of his name at the moment. But yeah, there's quite a few people out there who do good reviews on figures and things like that. Budget Stark, that's it. I knew I'd get it in the end. If you want to get figures really quickly and pretty good price, then go to Budget Stark. He'll be able to get you some. I've never actually used him yet, but I am thinking of using him in the future. So that's just a few shout outs. As always, again, say thanks for watching. Sorry for repeating myself, and I'll see you guys on the next video.